we aren't seeing any bad weather today, but there
No.
is a chance for severe weather potentially tomorrow.
Yeah, we could have a few stronger storms possible in parts of the state tomorrow, Jody, and there's at least a chance of just some rain in general here, which will be a change from today. In terms of severe weather potential, now late tonight, a few storms might fly into northwest Iowa well after 10 o'clock or so. Maybe a hail or a bit of some wind is possible here too. Tomorrow during the day on Tuesday, a little bit wider swath of Iowa, mainly as we head towards the midday and then afternoon, evening, could have a couple of stronger storms here as well. But the forecast is a little bit more complicated because we'll also have some scattered thunderstorms in the morning too. So that kind of messes with things a little bit here. Rest of today, nothing to worry about. Whole bunch of sunshine. Temperatures, they're marching their way up towards the lower 80s here in the next couple of hours, and that's basically all the warmer it'll get. The humidity is not going to increase too much either. It's nicer than it has been in recent days. Thanks to high pressure planted just to our south and the west, winds fairly light here. A little bit farther northwest, we have that dashed black line is basically a trough, kind of an elongated area of low pressure. There'll be a few storms that try to form along that here as we head towards tonight. Those try to come into northwest Iowa. Behind it is a cold front. Eventually that will come into the state as we head towards tomorrow during the probably evening hours, and that could also bring us some more thunderstorms. So a few different possibilities for storms, and each one kind of complicates the picture for the other round, and that's why severe weather is not necessarily, I would say, likely tomorrow, but it is possible. So let's pause the clock here first as we head through. The rest of this afternoon, nothing to see. This evening as well, same thing. Now as we head towards tonight, now we're after 10 o'clock here, that first little batch of some storms that tries to get going up to the north and the west, that tries to come into northern Iowa, northwest Iowa as soon as 10, 11 o'clock. Probably will be dying off as it comes into the state. So chance of rain here with those pretty low. Now as we head closer to the wee hours of tomorrow morning, maybe a few thunderstorms are still festering from that overnight round, but most likely they're dying off. A second batch of some late night storms will come into western Iowa as the sun is coming up tomorrow. These perhaps could be one or two stronger ones in the western part of the state here. We pause the clock at around 9 in the morning, and then those also sort of take their course through the rest of Iowa to the south and the east. Now as we head towards lunchtime, then we'll see, we kind of have a scattered bit of cloud cover, a few thunderstorms out and about, not necessarily the picture you see of, wow, severe weather. Perhaps one or two of these could get strong. Now it looks like the tornado threat will probably stay to our south, that what threat there is down into Missouri. We'll have at least maybe a chance of a storm lingering into the afternoon, and then we'll watch that front I mentioned, the cold front that's way up northwest right now. That tries to come into the state here as we get into the evening hours, and there are some signs that this also tries to light up with a few thunderstorms, although it doesn't look like a certainty because of what's going to happen earlier in the day. All that kind of scattered activity might just work over the atmosphere a little bit too much. So it's just something we'll keep an eye on as we head all the way through tomorrow morning, tomorrow afternoon, and into tomorrow evening. Eventually that front is through entirely, and we'll be left with maybe a little bit of some fog as we head towards early on Wednesday. So backtrack to today. Great weather here the rest of today. Lots of sunshine, lower 80s here in the next few hours. Tomorrow, kind of a mixture of occasional thunderstorms, some clouds, and some sun at times. A touch cooler in some spots as well, but it'll be noticeably more humid tomorrow again, even though our temperatures will not be that much different. We drop the humidity a bit then into Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, each day this week. Kind of a low chance of a stray thunderstorm or a shower. Otherwise, temperatures in the 80s as we head towards the weekend.
All righty, Zane, thank you very much.